Today we're going to take a look at how do physical features and climate impact the population in Africa. Before we get started, I want to take a look at some important vocabulary terms that we have covered already this year. First word we're going to take a look at is climate. Climate is the average weather of an area. Next we have the word population. Population is the number of people who live in an area. Physical features are major parts of geography such as mountains, rivers, lakes, deserts, and oceans. A desert climate is an area of extreme heat and dryness. Tropical savanna climate is an area that is both wet and dry. Part of the seasons the area receives rainfall. During the other part of the season it is very dry. And finally we have steppe climate, which is an area that receives more rainfall than a desert, but not as much as a tropical savanna. It's going to be very important that you refer back to these definitions as you are working on this project. The first map that we're going to take a look at today is a physical map of Africa. In the northern part of Africa, we notice the Sahara Desert. I'm going to outline the Sahara Desert in a blue oval. It is very important that you remember where the Sahara Desert is located in regards to when we look at the population map. We are also going to outline the Kalahari Desert, which is in southern Africa. Again, like the Sahara Desert, you are going to want to remember where that is. That way it is easy for you to refer back to. A couple other physical features I want to point out to you in this region are the Nile River, which begins in northern Africa and flows down right near what we have here is Lake Victoria. Okay, those are both very important physical features you're going to want to remember. Another one we have is the Congo River. Congo River starts off on the west coast of Africa, works its way through Central Africa to the Democratic Republic of the Congo. And in West Africa we also have the Niger River, runs through the country of Nigeria and Niger. And then a couple other things just to remember are that Africa is an island country. The Suez Canal does divide the Mediterranean Sea and the Red Sea, but it is surrounded by water on all sides, and those the coastline areas are very important to remember when it comes to remembering access to water. The next map we're going to take a look at is the population map. When looking at the population map, it's important to remember our key. The purple areas are the most densely populated or heavily populated areas, followed by the red working its way down to the white. If we look at this map, we notice some purple areas in Eastern Africa, countries like Kenya, Ethiopia. See some purple areas here, as well as if we go up the Nile River, we see some darker red and some purple areas in through Egypt. In the northern part, we see some dark red through the country of Libya. On the western coast, we see the country of Nigeria and Niger, having some darker colors in there as well. And then again in South Africa, along the coastline here, some darker red. You can also remember where the Sahara Desert was, in the northern part of Africa, Kalahari Desert in the southern part, the Nile River flowing through, the Congo River, which went through Central Africa, and the Niger River, which flows through Western Africa. The next map we're going to take a look at is a climate map. On the climate map, again, we have a key. We're going to really be focusing on 3 different types of climates. First climate we're going to focus on is the desert climate area, which is up here in red in the Sahara Desert, and again down south in the Kalahari Desert. We're also going to take a look at the steppe climate, which we see here south of the Sahara and northeast of the Kalahari Desert. It's kind of pinkish or salmon color. And then again we have the tropical savanna, which is the gold or the yellow color. Remember that the desert climate receives little to no rain. The steppe climate receives a little bit more rain than that, and then our savanna receives most of the rainfall part of the seasons, and then can get pretty dry the rest of the time. Today in your journals, I want you to provide at least 3 examples of physical features and/or climate regions and how they have impacted the population of an African region. On the next slide, I'm going to put up all 3 maps so you can refer to them. I also want you to refer back to the definitions that we talked about earlier in this lesson, and you also have your textbooks to help you out. If you have any questions, I will be around to help you. Here are the 3 maps. Again, we have the physical feature map in the top left, we have the population map in the top right, and we have the climate map in the bottom middle.